Everybody, I'm Gerone Wright here, and once again you're here with me on my Gerone Wright channel here on YouTube. Okay, in this video I want to be exposing some incredible details about the $100 bill, the American $100 bill. Okay, you have the newer version, which I just found out about yesterday even existed. And then you have the older version, and I guess there's some even older than that yet. But depicted on them is the President George Washington. Okay, and people, this video is going to be very interesting. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Okay, there's encryptions on this $100 bill that nobody can see or understand but me. Okay, but the good thing about all of this is that the things that I see, I can convincingly show them to you that they are actually there. Okay, I have George Washington in some of my other videos here on YouTube. Okay, I've decoded some of his images. He even has a like a fresco, a cupola image in Washington, where he's shown descending or ascending into the heavens, and that in Washington there. I've linked George Washington to some of my discoveries, and he has a very, very interesting past. It's my position that George Washington knew who he genetically was, and in a cult-like ritual, like so many others that knew the true identity of mankind, actually took and genetically altered themselves. What were they doing? In the time of this man, there is a strong genetic presence of that of our ape and our African ancestor. So what are they doing? People that know how you can do this, manipulate your own genes, are furthering themselves away from what? Our ape and African ancestor. And in doing so, what they do is they leave a paper trail in the form of art. That's the genetic secret behind our world's artwork. In the art, in the images, the self-portraits, or images of that being that commemorate him, it's being signified what happened. So what are they being bridged over? They're being bridged over white and black, which indicates either our ape or African ancestor likenesses with that of our current Caucasian likeness, which is George Washington. Okay, now people, a lot of his artwork, a lot of artworks commemorated to him, a lot of his own commissioned artworks, I can do this with. This is not just limited to a $100 bill that was minted in the U.S. Mint there, printed in the U.S. Mint. Okay, I don't want to talk on. I'm gonna go right into detail what's happening here. On your $100 bill of George Washington, the dead giveaway. Look at his ear. This is not a normal ear, people. Then look at what's going in his ear. This is not a piece of hair, of his own hair, going in his ear, people. That is a snake-like object, a serpent-like object, going into a orifice that is there, going into his head. Because this is not an ear, people. I'm gonna describe what that is. This is a snaky object going into an orifice that is in the side of his face. Look at your $100 bill, people. Pull out your $100 bills and go right to that ear. It's a dead giveaway. I don't care whether it's a new $100 bill or an old $100 bill. So what is that object snaking into his ear? Well, the object is black. It's my position that people like George Washington that knew who they genetically were and trying to further themselves away from genetically from their black ancestors show what they did to do it. So George Washington took back in black genes, and it shows here in his ear. and let me show you how he actually done it. It's my position that in his throat area, here, there is a dick, and in his eye area, there is a dick. Here. This here at his throat area is a black dick, and this here at his eye area is a white dick. How do I know this? Because I can see that. And let me show you. I'm going to make this video real short, people. I'm not going to get carried away with this. Well, if you look at here, I'm going to turn this image upside down. This is the way the dicks or penises are shown. This one here is shown at his mouth. You see that? Right there? Then coming out of the bridge of his nose is shown a snake-like creature coming out and coming back down at where these testicles will be. So look at that area at the bridge of his nose, and you will see the shadowy image of that creature there shown spliced into his nose. But it gets better, people. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna show you something here because it gets better than me just showing you dicks. Okay. Now, I'm gonna turn this image upside down. I'm gonna get very descriptive with these dicks, people. It's starting to look better, isn't it? Already. Because this is the way you're supposed to realize it. Well, there's the head. Am I getting that? I guess I can't get that no more than what. There's a line that shows the split at the head, okay, of this thing, this penis. There's a line that separates for the helmet. There are veins lines that are created in the throat area of George Washington's throat area, and then coming up to his face area here creates a loop that creates the testicle. Now guess what, people? You know where the dick splits and you have the left testicle and then the right testicle in the hair? Well, check this out, people. On this side here, it is showing you that snaky object going in, which I'm telling you is a black dick, shown going at his throat. On this side here, is shown ancient. Now these are African rooted genes, and on this side, I don't know if you can see that, people. I might have to turn it a little bit. I might have to get you to see it. Oh, the ape is upside down, showing you the originating genes from our ape ancestor, which is closer to the reptilian ancestor. I have to turn this upside down, but check out what this is showing us, people. This image on the $100 bill is showing us this dick and these testicles in the sense of a vasectomy-like way. Meaning that this dick is split open and this here is considered what to be inside. This is the nut inside of that dick. And this is the reason why George Washington ear, or supposedly ear, is looking like this way. This ear is actually a nut, or whatever we call a testicle, the balls, the scrotum, whatever you want. Well, the scrotum sac is here, but whatever you want to call this is a nut. And it's showing you genetic intervention, people, right there. This is the penis. You will see when you, oh, which bill is this, by the way? This is on the older bill, not the newer bill. I'm going to make that very clear. That is on this bill here, not this one. Okay? This bill here. Now people get a newer like bill too. I mean, like that's closer to being readable. Don't go get no old faded out bill and say I don't see the shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that. Alright? So get, you know what I mean, get one of these hundreds that has at least some, less wear and tear, and then take a look at and see what you actually see. Okay, now check this out. I'm going to turn this back over and I'm going to show you the ape creature. Alright, now this is a penis. This is a penis, balls or testicles shown in the sense of being like a vasectomy. Okay, opened up and it's exposing the nut that is inside. It's showing you the genes that are intervened right there. Cool, ain't it? Now I'm going to turn this back over and give you the face of that ape. And you will see how detailed. I don't know why this daggone light is so giving me so much trouble here. Because I want to get this. I wonder if I want to happen if I come behind it to give you. You know what? I'm going to try to come behind this without making so much of a ruckus here. I wonder if I can squeeze this behind there. Oh, you get the water lines, damn it. So let me take this other bill out. There it is, people, right there. You see that? Look at that ear, people. Oh, this is great. You see up in here? There's a face of an ape. Right there. Right there. Alright. Now I'm going to pull away some with that light. See if you can see all that. See all of that from behind there? How that penis is actually there? Now, I'm going to show you something else. I don't think I need that light there no more. Now, you'll be able to verify. In fact, I'm seeing... Now you guys got me seeing. I'm seeing a whole reptilian creature that I didn't see before. I'm seeing the whole head giving off here of something there like a pterodactyl's face or something, or a dinosaur, which of course these creatures evolved from. But you see that with me, people, right in there? All up in there? Alright, but I'm going to let that go. Alright, but anyway, this is positively identified as a penis. When you get this bill, you will see the head, the identifying features of the head. I don't know what in the world is going on with this light. This light is getting on my nerves. I'm going to have to get some proper lighting here. Once I drop the damn thing and mess around and blow the ball. Alright, that's a little bit better. Alright. So, let me give you that ape again. Because I'm going to make this video. Oh, here's the ape right. So why is this ape not coming in for me the way I want it to? The face of the ape is in there, but I can see it clearer than what is pulling up on the screen. There's a face of an ape in there, in that area right there in the hair. And you know, amazingly enough, people, what actually ends up happening with this is that these little saved areas, these dark areas, are actually for our black and our ape ancestor. Whenever you see a painting and wonder why this painting looks so good and so textured everywhere else, and then you have these shadowed areas, and then see encryptions like this, it's showing you that from the dark, the body of the dark, there's an injection, and there's the point from the injection point right there. And it's showing you the creatures that are actually going there. Now, what else do we have here? Oh, I wonder if I can give you that ape. At his lip. This is going to be hard. Alright, this is a shadow. Now, this is a breakdown of these genes. You look there at the nose and coming out, you'll see, and now I can't, actually it's like a worm-like creature coming out of his nose. There's the chin, there's the mouth, there's the nose, and there's the eye, and there's the head, and it has like more. This is the mother of creation, people. Created in a worm-like image, exiting And this whited area here on that dollar, on that $100 bill, and looking down into this testicle here for this penis that's going down to his mouth. You see that right there, people? What that's doing? But check this out. It gets better, so stay with me. This $100 bill is encrypted to the hilt. I'm going to show you at his mouth in the shadow area, and I didn't highlight it, so I hope that you get this. Look right here at the tip of my pencil right there. I'm going to bring that in as close as I can so you can look at the eye, people. Look at that shadow area, people. Hold on, I'm going to try to hold this straight for you can you see that? I'm going to bring that in. Hold on. I'm going to bring that on here so I can have a steady hand and plus point things out to you. People, in that area is the smallest 8 figure. I can't say it's the smallest that I've seen because that's sensitive. I'm going to bring that in for you. Hold on. I'm going to bring that in at George Washington's mouth because I didn't do no highlights. Look at, hold it. Look at here. Here. And see if you can see. Not the whole thing, people. This damn thing. You know what? I wonder if I can bring it in with my mouse. Or bracket out with the mouse and then bring it in. Let me see if I go like this. Oh yeah, like that. Okay. There it is, people. I'm going to show you something. If I can keep this thing steady without turning the computer on. If I turn this computer on, I'm going to be sick. Alright, I'm going to steady it there. First of all, the whole thing creates a face right there. But just look from here, this area. There's the forehead, there's the eye, there's the nose, there's the mouth, there's the chin. And this is the face of an ape. Right there, I'm circling it. Right there, morphing other faces on, guess what? This image right here, right there, is a fish. Right there. Coming down the other way are other images. But look at that small monkey face right there, people. There's the cheekbone. This is the right cheek. There's the nose. There's the mouth. There's the eye. There's the forehead. And then look at the faces behind it. And it's on the body at the head section of a fish. Now, did I draw that fish out for you or no? Yes, I did. Oh, I got another picture for you too. We're still on the old bill, so I got some interesting pictures to show you here. The fish. Where is that at? What the hell? I don't have my name yet here. Alright, there you go. The fish, people. Am I holding this up right? Yes, I am. The body of the fish. If I can get this centered. The body of the fish, people, is right here. Running off this is coming from the tail over his nose. Here. The distinctive lines right there. Here's the body of the fish. And then there's, instead of the fish having a head, it's showing you a reptilian face in the place of that of the fish, with teeth to boot, people. And I'm out. You can download an image of a $100 bill, or just enlarge yours. And this is the old $100 bill, the one before the one that we have now. And these shadowy figures that I'm just telling you about will appear. This is the body of a fish with the reptilian's head at its mouth. Now, in other images, I know that the reptilian, from the reptilian came the reptilian ape, and then came the ape as we know it today. Now, on the new $100 bill, let me bring this up. On the new $100 bill, which is right there, you know what, just hold it back or something. That's what the hell it is. Now, let's try that out. Okay, now, on the new $100 bill, which is right here, and right there. Alright, let me go with the color one. On the new $100 bill, which is there, and there, in the ear, oh, by the way, on the old $100 bill, there's a face on the front portion of it, as well as a smaller face. But on a new $100 bill, and I brought this in real close, people, is that face right there. This is a face on a new $100 bill. There's the mouth, there's the nose, there's an eye, and in case you guys don't, there's the chin. This is the right cheek. And in case you people don't know what this is getting very detailed, people. It is wearing the helmet. You see the helmet right there? You know what this is indicating? And at the end of the helmet, there's a slit right there. You know what this is creating, people? The helmet, the actual helmet, a dick with the slit in it, and the penis is indicating a face, which is representing that of our black and ape African ancestor, and this is representing that as of a dick, and it even has a slice there. So on a new $100 bill, in the highest resolution, people, you bring it up, you will see this mouth, this nose, these eyebrows, these eyes, and this creature wearing a helmet which mimics the image of a dick with the slice down the middle in the new $100 bill. Now, let's go back to the old $100 bill, because when you turn that upside down, this is what else is there. And you can even actually see the shadowy figures of things there. But look over here, people. The new $100 bill. You turn this upside down. And over here, there's one of our black ancestors. Down here close to the temple is the image of a serpent. Look at the hair. All I did was follow the lines of the hair that is in those darkened portions, and you'll see the faces at the either end. This here creates the face of a serpent, a snake. Okay? This here has the face of a black ancestor here. This is a black ancestor. And coming up here is the mother of creation in the image of a black woman. All the way up the top with horns on the head. Hold on, let me see if I can get that in there for you. Let me see if I can get that in for you. And you see that face right there, people? Do I have to point everything out? Let me do so right quick. I'm shaking all over the place with this stuff. The horn, the head, the left eye, the right eye, the nose, the mouth, the chin. You see that, people? There's another being down, morphing down the mouth. You see that? You know what this is, people? This represents genetic strands. Oh, and right here, people, in here, I couldn't get it the way I wanted to. But if you back off of it, you'll see the silhouette or the shadowy figure of an ape in there, in a smaller image, and then in a larger image. And all of these images shown in George Washington's black portioned hair right here, these black men, represents the black genes of our black ape and African ancestors, which was bridged over with reptiles, which calls for a genetic change and reintroduction of these genes into George Washington, whom furthered himself further in the process that brought him away from that of his ape and African ancestor and being bridged over with himself. Now, you know another thing that's strange about this, because in these rituals, it calls for the oral digestion of blood and semen, and oddly enough, you know, George Washington, and he's shown here with the dick at his throat. You know, it's amazing because this man actually died of a severe throat infection. So, go figure that. Here I've divulged that he has a dick at his throat with the slit and all, the helmet. Once you look this up and say, balls to boot, split open, showed in the sense of a vasectomy. His ear is not even an ear. It's shown as a testicle, or a nut inside of there. That's a testicle. It's shown as a nut inside of his scrotum sac. So that is a testicle. Shown as a testicle inside of the scrotum sac. This being the penis. And shown that he is being genetically altered on both sides. Black bridged over with white. And these penises at his throat and at his mouth is showing you that this is being taken into his body. Now, this is just a $100 bill. Now, there's more stuff here, but I'm going to stop there. People, even if you don't want to see none of, well, first of all, you got to see the dick. You know what I mean? You got to see that. But watch when you Google this image and just go to the areas that I showed you where we got some bright people here, where the fishes are at and all of that stuff there. Now that I show you how to look at they're multi-dimensional images. All you have to do is go and verify the ear. This is not an ear. This is not a strand of his hair going in his ear. This is shown as an object entering his brain, his body area, his head area. An incision or an orifice in his head, and genetics going in. Now, hold it. I described them as being black genetics. Now, along in this strand of hair, and just this blackened portion here, are all of these hidden multi-dimensional images, which I've identified for you, shown being injected in this orifice, in the shape of a dick. These rolls in his neck cleverly creates the silhouette or the impression of a dick, and then it even has the slit in the end. But more so is the fact that hair represents who we genetically are. This encryption style is from that of Leonardo da Vinci's, because he utilizes the same encryption styles. And I've mastered knowing what this is. So when I seen this $100 bill the other day, well, yesterday, I knew exactly what this indicated. But also, I know that George Washington is also a genetic bridger and a genetic sacrificer of his own body, because I've seen other artworks that tell me this. Again, look at this man's strange history. Why in the hell would he put himself as ascending or descending in a Capitol building in a divine sense of being? This man is telling you that he has a higher sense of awareness, and he knows who he genetically is, and from doing that, he created that copula image of him ascending into clouds, like he's a divine figure. Now, long and behold, I can do another video, because those copulas that represent The clouded figures and all of these seeming like divine figures and angels swarming around in circles and ascending and descending in these domes. People, I know what that represents. You know what that represents? A whirlwind of genetics. And I will be giving you a video on that there. But this here in itself, all you have to do is go and look here on the $100 bill and look at the ear, which is not an ear. You begin to look at this ear as what I've described it to be, and in fact, I'm seeing something else, and I'm going to draw another face for you while I'm actually sitting here talking about that, because I keep seeing another face. Where's my ink pen? I'm going to draw you another face right quick to go ahead and look at, because it's actually showing me that nut being changed into that white ancestor. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to give you something else to look at here. Because those nuts, people, are in the shape of a monkey's face. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can go and identify this. Again, this is genetically identifying the passages of genetics. Now, look at this, people. George Washington's ear, supposedly. You see that looking that way? Look at that orifice. You see that going in there? And that, people, you can see how that even looks like a friggin' black dick going in that orifice. But look what I've done. Look at this here. Now look, notice that I did not deviate from none of the lines, people. I'm touching everything that is actually there. But look what it creates once you turn it over. Oh God, yeah, people. Yeah, this is great. This is fucking great. Look at this. Look at that. Here, let me give you another one that I didn't do that to. I possibly can't. I wonder if the face is actually shown on the smaller bill. Can I bring that smaller bill in? I'm going to end this video too, because I didn't want this to be this long. I'm getting carried away. See it there, people? So when you Google that image and bring it in, I can't do it here. You have to download the image and then get that. So people, here you have an object, a snaky object. I mean, that's not a hearing aid, is it? No, I don't think so. That's shown going into his head. Look, people, that is the indicator right there. Whether you want to buy into all of the other stuff I'm telling you about the dicks and the penises, that's up to you. Whether you want to buy into all of this, that's up to you. But notice that I did not deviate 1 inch from any of the lines that are already there. Look at that. All of this is, I wish I had another printed out picture, but when you download it and then take it to its highest resolution, all you have to do is look at what I have here. Then look around his mouth. Look how funny his mouth looks. And there's more stuff there. I didn't want to go and overdo this video. So, I guess now I'm going to own the $100 bills. I'm looking here, and you know what? I might have. No, it's actually there. Yeah. It looks like now. Oh, in fact, I'm going to put the ape here with this other being that is there. Hang on, people. I got a picture up there. Hang on for 1 minute. I'm going to draw one more picture for you right quick. That's already there while I'm at this. See if I can get this guy to be up in there as well. Well, I can't actually do it. I can't see the mouth, I guess it's too. And this is a larger image, of course. So, this is the image the way that it appears on the old $100 bill. And you will Google it and see it for yourself, people, okay? And this is the way the image appears on the new $100 bill. And this is supposed to be, people, the earlobe of George Washington. And look at this. This is going to be compelling. Get your new $100 bills out, people. I challenge you to blow up them images and show me the money, because this is another video that's in the rack. Now, I know exactly what all of this means. It means that George Washington genetically knows who he was, and there's other encryptions that are in here, and not only that, in his artwork, that indicates that this man genetically, and I see something else as I'm talking with you, that this man genetically knew who he was. Let me put it down here. I'm not going to show you that though. That this man genetically knew who he was. Let me put that there. Okay? And the $100 bill now, people. Let me put my name on that, because I put my name there. I don't know if it's dark enough. Let me get another dark marker. Alright. I put my name on there. And it's actually on there backwards, so like, because I guess it's because of what's on there. But you know what, people? These bills now belong to me, because just as famous as that man was for all of his ancient history here in America, just as famous as this $100 bill is for being printed and all of its technology behind it, this bill is going to be forever known now for what I can see to be contained therein. And that is my true story. I'm going to show this to you one more time. And that's what this is all about. Now, these cartoon looking images, people, they represent genetics in motion. Which genetics are we talking about? Our ape and African ancestor, which are shown swimming genetically in this man's hair. We know that hair carrier is a genetic identifier. This black strand of his hair, which is darker than the rest of it, like a river body, it shows encryptions of our ape and African ancestor. All through there, up to the top where I showed you where that woman was in the other image. I'm gonna bring her in closer because I don't know if that was convincing enough. But I'm gonna end this video on that note. Let's see her face. Look at her face, people. See where I got her eyes at right there? Look up, look up. And again, I didn't deviate from nothing there. Look at this, people. What the hell is that doing there? Left eye, no, left eye, right eye, and the nose and the mouth and the chin. What the hell is that doing there, people? And look how the ink, that darkened area ink stops right there. And then at the other end, the same thing. And a bunch of faces shown swimming. Look at that. And then there's a snake on the other end. And then this snaky object going into the white monkey, which is, he's the white monkey. You see that going into the body? You see that, people? Genetic bridging. In front of your face. Genetics in motion. And people commemorating it. I'm making this video almost an hour long. Let me end this video. I'm out of here. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. If you like the video, just push like. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you viewing my videos. Thank you. See my others as well, everybody. I'm Gerone Wright here, and once again, you're here with me on my Gerone Wright channel here on YouTube. Okay. In this video, I want to be exposing some incredible details about the $100 bill, the American $100 bill. Okay. You have the newer version, which I just found out about yesterday even existed. And then you have the older version, and I guess there's some even older than that yet. But depicted on them is the President George Washington. Okay, and people, this video is going to be very interesting. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Okay, there's encryptions on this $100 bill that nobody can see or understand but me. Okay, but the good thing about all of this is that the things that I see, I can convincingly show them to you that they are actually there. Okay, I have George Washington in some of my other videos here on YouTube. Okay, I've decoded some of his images. He even has a like a fresco, a cupola image in Washington where he's shown descending or ascending into the heavens, and that and Washington. Then coming out of the bridge of his nose is shown a snake-like creature coming out and coming back down at where these testicles will be. So look at that area at the bridge of his nose, and you will see the shadowy image of that creature there shown spliced into his nose. But it gets better, people. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna show you something here because it gets better than me just showing you dicks. Okay, now I'm going to turn this image upside down. I'm going to get very descriptive with these dicks, people. It's starting to look better, isn't it? Already. Because this is the way you're supposed to realize it. Well, there's the head. Am I getting that? I guess I can't get that no more than that. There's a line that shows the split at the head, okay, of this thing, this penis. There's a line that separates for the helmet. There are veins lines that are created in the throat area of George Washington's throat area, and then coming up to his face area here creates a loop that creates the testicle. Now guess what, people? You know where the Washington there. I've linked George Washington to some of my discoveries, and he has a very, very interesting past. It's my position that George Washington knew who he genetically was, and in a cult-like ritual, like so many others that knew the true identity of mankind, actually took and genetically altered themselves. What were they doing? In the time of this man, there is a strong genetic presence of that of our ape and our African ancestor. So what are they doing? People that know how you can do this, manipulate your own genes, are furthering themselves away from what? Our ape and African ancestor. And in doing so, what they do is they leave a paper trail where in the form of art. That's the form, that's the genetic secret behind our world's artwork. In the art, in the images, the self-portraits, or images of that being that commemorate him, it's being signified what happened. So what are they being bridged over? They're being bridged over white and black, which indicates either our ape or African ancestor likenesses with that of our current Caucasian likeness, which is George Washington, away from genetically from their black ancestors, show what they did to do it. So George Washington took back in black genes, and it shows here in his ear. And let me show you how he actually done it. It's my position that in his throat area, here, there is a dick, and in his eye area, there is a dick. Here. This here at his throat area is a black dick, and this here at his eye area is a white dick. How do I know this? Because I can see that. And let me show you. I'm going to make this video real short, people. I'm not going to get carried away with this. Well, if you look at here, I'm going to turn this image upside down. This is the way the dicks or penises are shown. This one here is shown at his mouth. You see that? Right there? Okay, now people, a lot of his artwork, a lot of artworks commemorated to him, a lot of his own commissioned artworks, I can do this with. This is not just limited to a $100 bill that was minted in the U.S. Mint there, printed in the U.S. Mint. Okay, I don't want to talk on. I'm gonna go right into detail what's happening here. On your $100 bill of George Washington, the dead giveaway. Look at his ear. This is not a normal ear, people. Then look at what's going in his ear. This is not a piece of hair, of his own hair, going in his ear, people. That is a snake-like object, a serpent-like object, going into a orifice that is there, going into his head. Because this is not an ear, people. I'm gonna describe what that is. This is a snaky object going into an orifice that is in the side of his face. Look at your $100 bill, people. Pull out your $100 bills and go right to that ear. It's a dead giveaway. I don't care whether it's a new $100 bill or an old $100 bill. So what is that object snaking into his ear? Well, the object is black. It's my position that people like George Washington that knew who they genetically were and trying to further their